Well, welcome to our first show. This is the Pickle of the Week 1.0. I'm coming to you today from the coop, just cruising around Memphis. I mean, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to get out there and see what's going on. Right now, we're just over here next to CBU, probably one of the, that and Rhodes being one of the more academic, but the U of M obviously is where home is. Passing the Liberty Bowl now, which is where I've had some of the most fun in the entire time here. And we had an incredible football season last year, and looking forward to yet another great one next year. But we're in the heat of basketball season. A ton going on downtown, which is my way to now. Although the Grizzlies will be out of town all week long, Tigers are coming home this week to get a couple of games under the belt. But the reason I'm talking to you today is not necessarily to tell you what I'm doing or anything along those natures. It's more about what this show is going to be about. This show is going to be about how awesome Memphis is. I mean, I got Central Barbecue coming up on my left, which an incredible barbecue spot. Now, if you're looking for a traditional pork barbecue nachos, I mean, there's obviously no better place to go. But later on this week, I'm going to be bringing you from Elwood Shack out in East Memphis. And down with Tim, the owner-operator of the place. And I tell you, they've put out probably the best beef brisket, definitely the best beef brisket in town, but they do other things. They got sandwiches, pizza, they even do breakfast. But an absolute awesome addition to Memphis. Been operating about 2 years. So next week, we're actually going to have a guest on the show. This week being more about what the show's going to be about. And it's about how this is. Coming up on Memphis Made up here on the Cooper and Central. I'm actually not going to go there, although I did enjoy me a growler this weekend. Memphis Made, one of their amber beers. Pretty awesome. But like I say, we're headed downtown right now just to get a little glimpse, see what's going on down there on a Monday night. A couple of good things. You got a couple of pint nights bouncing around town on Mondays. You've also got one of my favorite watering holes, being that it next to the U of M. But man, Midtown, how far it's come. You noticed in the intro, that's where we start. The Overton Square development has just come around, just night and day what it was. I mean, just go back 5-6 years ago, and it's done a complete 180. And you go back to when my parents are Memphis natives, when they were growing up and when they were my age, the Overton Square was where you went. That's where you were on Friday, Saturday night. And I've had quite a few of those myself here as of late. But we're actually going to go down Union, take the same route that you saw through the intro video. But I want to give you about me, myself, because I think to know exactly where the show started, where it's going, you need to know a little bit about your host. So, and as I mentioned a moment ago, my name is Derek McClure. I'm 25 years old. I guess you could consider me to be a Memphis native or a Memphian. I've definitely embraced it here over the past few years that I've been here. I moved back in 2007 to attend the University of Memphis, and had the opportunity to meet a wonderful group of people. Not only the people, that fraternity brothers that I met through the fraternity itself, but also through that getting to meet a lot of people, be that the faculty, the professors, and things of that nature through U of M. Now, I may not have been the most studious, which this semester is mostly going to be about this show and showing how awesome Memphis truly is. And along that way, we're going to get to meet a lot of different people together. We're going to be sitting down with owners of restaurants, bars, people that are behind the scenes that actually know how awesome Memphis is, people that have moved here, much like myself, and got to see it and compare it to somewhere else. Tim, that we'll be talking to next week, he's actually originally from Houston, and we're going to sit down and talk to him about, like, why did you choose Memphis to put Elwoods in? Why did you not go back home? And I'm excited. I mean, last Saturday you had the Grizzlies, and I mean, just it. Took OKC. I mean, usually, the Grindhouse just grinding it out. Fans supporting one of the best environments. I mean, we got voted one of the best NBA destinations in the country. Actually voted the best. So, yet again, another awesome addition there. But to add to it, you've got the University of Memphis. We took on Gonzaga out west and didn't necessarily turn out exactly how we wanted, but with that being said, we've got a couple of great games coming up this week. We've got Wednesday and Saturday afternoon, and you might even, find yourself downtown this weekend going, dude, man, what am I supposed to do? I got Saturday. I want to see the Tigers play, but what else do I need to do downtown? Well, you've got a ton of things going on. You've got Lion King starting up tomorrow at the Orpheum, and they're playing for 5 weeks, and they're doing everything from afternoon shows to evening shows, the evening shows being all throughout the week, and the afternoons, of course, being on the weekends. And so you've got a plethora to do. So you've got that. You've got Grizzly watch parties. I mean, you've got the Grizzlies taking on Phoenix tonight. So just an awesome little addition, a great time to be here in Memphis. But you've got baseball season right around the corner. March, the Redbirds kick off. The Tigers actually start their baseball season next week. So the All-Star break coming in, you get a chance to not only take a break from just cheering on Marc Gasol on the All-Star during the All-Star break, but you've also got Memphis baseball coming around. So getting excited about that, getting out. Weather's being a little mild recently, and it's a problem about doing the video broadcast from the car. You've got people on Union, first time driving. That should be a turning lane at all times, which it becomes rather on closer towards downtown. But like I say, they've done so much to Memphis to make it awesome. Talking about baseball season, getting nicer outside. You've got the renovations they've done to the baseball still doing. Who knows if they'll be ready. But downtown and Midtown kind of having that fight of where do you go? What do you do? You've got Memphis in May coming up. You got Barbecue Fest, Music Fest. You also have the Pyramid finally coming up with Bass Pro supposedly opening May 1st. So going to be tricky. We won't be able to broadcast that week because we're going to be in Kentucky at Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby. So we'll have footage from that, not only in the infield, but of course the special parties and things of that nature. But just super stoked about everything coming up. Just wanted to get a chance to sit down and kind of tell everyone where the show is going to be. A little bit of myself, and a little bit more of that will come out, of course, as time goes on. But an exciting few months ahead, and getting to meet the guests that we'll have on the show, as well as bring a little bit more of that personality to Memphis. Folks that you don't normally get to see. I've talked with Aldo that owns Bar Dog. Aldo is Slaughter Inn, and hopefully to sit down with him and talk to him about why he chose Memphis and why he's got so much involved here in the city. And I mean, it would come up on Top's Barbecue, another great barbecue spot, but that's for another day. But like I say, I just wanted to sit down, give everyone a chance to see why I'm excited about Memphis. And this is just a little taste. This is our first episode, so we're going to constantly be evolving and adapting. You'll notice that this is put together a little amateurly, making up words. That's something we'll do a lot of too. But as we go along, we'll get to meet all kinds of great people. If you know anybody that think is one of those Memphis stories, someone that you think you might want to see as a guest on the show. We've got a lot of great people all over the town, kind of tuning in, meeting people every day, and I think that's what it's all about, is getting to meet those awesome people in Memphis, because so often the city gets a bad rep. And unfortunately, the numbers don't lie. I mean, I've definitely been subject to my negative parts in this city, but there's so many more good things that outweigh that, with all the developments in the city, and the people are truly awesome. When I've had the opportunity to take care of people from all over the world, and they come to Memphis and they say, "Oh my gosh, y'all are so nice," from opening the doors to saying yes ma'am, yes sir, all of this coming in at making Memphis awesome. And there's so much more to come, so much more going on, and I'm just excited that I'll get to share that with y'all, and I hope you share along with. But like I say, we're excited to get going with this. And with that being said, go Tigers, go Grizz, and go Memphis.